Welcome to worship at First Presbyterian. We at First Presbyterian practice a spacious Christianity, which means no matter where you are in your faith journey, you belong and there is space for you at the table. There is space for your doubts and questions. We believe doubts and questions are a gift that invite us into deeper conversations and a more authentic faith. We believe diversity is a strength. Every story is sacred and everybody matters. We do our best to live the spacious and radical love of Jesus so that all might have a chance to flourish in this world. We are so glad to connect with you in this way. We would also love to worship with you in person if you're ever in the neighborhood on Sunday mornings at 8:30 or 10 a.m. and never hesitate to reach out to us to learn more about us or how we might support you. I hope you enjoy this worship service. Welcome.
Here's a poem and a prayer by Chelan Harkin. It's when the earth shakes and foundations crumble that our light is called to rise up. It's when everything falls away and shakes us to the core and awakens all of our hidden ghosts that we dig deeper to find once inaccessible strength. It's in times when division is fierce that we must reach for each other and hold each other much tighter. Do not fall away now. This is the time to rise. Your light is being summoned. Your integrity is being tested, that it may stand more tall. when everything collapses, we must find within us that which is indomitable. Rise. Find the strength in your heart. Rise. Find the strength in each other. Burn through your devastation. Make it your fuel. Bring forth your light. Now is not the time to be afraid of the dark.
Be thou my vision, O Lord of my heart. Not be all else to me, save that thou art. Thou my best thought, by day or by night, waking or sleeping, thy presence my light. Be thou my wisdom, and thou my true word. I ever with thee, and thou with me, Lord. Thou my soul's shelter, and thou my high tower. Raise thou me heavenward, O power of my power.
One of my favorite moments of the whole year happened this past week on Christmas Eve. We proclaimed in the birth of Jesus, a light shines in the darkness, and no amount of darkness can extinguish that light. We then shared the light of our candles, one person to another, and the darkened room slowly became filled with light as we sang Silent Night. We actually witnessed how just a little bit of light can dispel a whole lot of darkness. And we extinguished our individual candles. Trusting the light of God's love continued to burn bright within us. And I quoted Howard Thurman, who said, "When the song of the angels is stilled, when the star in the sky is gone, when the kings and princes are home, when the shepherds are back with their flock, the work of Christmas begins. To find the lost, to heal the broken, to feed the hungry, to release the prisoner, to rebuild the nations, to bring peace among people, to make music in the heart." We extinguished our candles on Christmas Eve. But friends, now the work of Christmas begins. To be the bearers of light in unbearable times. Just imagine if we began the new year with one shared mission: to be bearers of light, to continue to pass the light one to another, just as we did on Christmas Eve. In the very beginning, in the story of creation, in the book of Genesis, God says, "Let there be light." Now imagine if we understood this as God speaking to each of us personally. Let there be light. God is telling us what is possible. God is telling us how we might choose to live. Let there be light. A famous writer finished his speech by asking the audience, "Are there any questions?" And someone trying to be funny said, "Yeah, what is the meaning of life?" And no one expected what came next. The writer actually took out his wallet, produced a very small round mirror about the size of a quarter. And he said when he was a small child during World War II, he lived in a remote village in Greece. And one day while playing, he found broken pieces of a mirror from a German motorcycle that had crashed. And he kept the largest piece, and he made it round by scratching it on a stone. And he became fascinated that he could reflect light from that mirror into dark places where the sun doesn't have a chance to shine. He reflected the light from the mirror in deep holes and in crevices and dark closets. And it became a game for him to try the best he could to get light into the most inaccessible places. And this is what he said. I kept the little mirror, and as I went about my growing up, I'd take it out in idle moments and continue the challenge of the game. As I became a man, I grew to understand that this was not just a child's game, but a metaphor for the meaning and the purpose of my life. I came to understand that I am not the light or the source of light. I am a bearer of light. And this light will only shine in many dark places if I reflect it. Reflecting light into the darkest corners of this world. That's what I'm about, he said. This is the meaning of my life. And the writer then took his small mirror, holding it carefully. He caught the bright rays of daylight streaming through the window, and he reflected the light onto the faces of his audience. Friends, let there be light. Let there be light. Now the work of Christmas begins. To be the bearers of light in unbearable times. You know what really struck me on Christmas Eve? Was how my job was not to light up the whole room. My job was not to light up the whole sanctuary. My job was simply to offer light to the person in front of me. And their job was to share their light with the person next to them. And that's how a dark sanctuary became filled with light. One person sharing their light with another person, and that person turning and sharing their light. Elizabeth Gilbert shares this beautiful story. She said, some years ago, I was stuck on a crosstown bus in New York City during rush hour. Traffic was barely moving, and the bus was filled with cold, tired people who were deeply, deeply irritated with one another, irritated with the world itself. Two men barked at each other about a shove that might or might not have been intentional. A pregnant woman got on. Nobody offered her a seat. Rage was in the air. No mercy could be found on that bus. But as the bus approached 7th Avenue, the driver got on the intercom. Folks, he said, I know you've had a rough day, and you're frustrated. I can't do anything about the weather. I can't do anything about the traffic. Here's what I can do. As each one of you gets off the bus, I'm going to reach out my hand to you. And as you walk by, just drop your troubles into the palm of my hand. Okay? Don't take your problems home, he said. Don't take your problems home to your families tonight. Just leave them with me. My route goes right by the Hudson River. And when I drive by there later, I'm going to open the window and I'm going to throw your troubles in the water. It was as if a spell had lifted. Everyone burst out laughing, faces gleamed with surprised delight. I mean, people who had been pretending for the past hour not to notice each other's existence were suddenly grinning at each other like, is this guy serious? Oh, he was serious. At the next stop, just as he promised, the driver reached out his hand, palm up, waited one by one. All the exiting commuters placed their hand just above his and mimed the gesture of dropping something into his palm. Some people laughed as they did. Some actually teared up. But everyone did it. And the driver repeated the same lovely ritual at the next stop, and the next stop, and the next stop, all the way to the river. We live in a hard world, my friends. Sometimes it's extra difficult to be a human being. Sometimes you have a bad day. Sometimes you have a bad day that lasts for several years. You struggle and fail. You lose jobs, money, friends, faith, and love. You witness horrible events unfolding in the news. You become fearful and withdrawn. There are times when everything seems cloaked in darkness. You long for the light, but don't know where to find it. But what if you are the light? What if you are the very agent of illumination that a dark situation begs for? That's what this bus driver taught me. That anyone can be the light at any moment. I mean, this guy wasn't some big power player. He wasn't a spiritual leader. He wasn't some media-savvy influencer. He was a bus driver, one of society's most invisible workers. But he possessed real power, and he used it beautifully for our benefit. When life feels especially grim, or when I feel particularly powerless in the face of the world's troubles, I think of this man, this bus driver, and I ask myself, what can I do? What can I do right now to be the light? Of course, I can't personally end all wars or solve global warming or transform vexing people into entirely different creatures. I definitely can't control traffic. But I do and you do. We all have some influence on everyone we brush up against, even if we never speak or learn each other's name. No matter who you are, where you are, how mundane or how tough your situation may be, I believe you can illuminate your world. In fact, I believe this is the only way the world will ever be illuminated. One bright act of grace at a time, all the way to the river. Friends, we extinguished our candles on Christmas Eve. But now, the work of Christmas begins. To carry that light with us everywhere we go. To shine that light into the hardest to reach places. To be the bearers of light in unbearable times. As we prepare to embark on a new year with so many challenges in front of us, here's a poem by John Riddell to inspire us to respond to God's command. Let there be light. John Riddell wrote, in the face of war, I'm so small, yet love is so big. I can't make the world be peaceful. I can't stall tanks from roaring down streets. I can't prevent children from having to hide in bunkers. I can't convince the news to stop turning war into a video game. I can't silence the sound of bombs tearing neighborhoods apart. I can't transform a guided missile into a bouquet of flowers. I can't make a warmonger have an ounce of empathy. I can't convince ambassadors to quit playing truth or dare. I can't deflect a sniper's bullet from turning a wife into a widow. I can't stave off a country from being reduced to ash and to rubble. I can't do any of that. The only thing I can do is to love the next person I encounter without any strings or conditions. To love my neighbor so fearlessly that it causes a ripple that stretches from one horizon to the next. I can't force peace upon the world, but I can become a force of peace in the world. Because sometimes all it takes is a candle. A single candle lit in the darkness to start a movement. Lord, make me a candle of comfort in this world. Let me burn with peace. Make us candles of comfort. Let us burn with peace. May it be so.
Every day we go to war again. We assume we know so much more than them before we hear what they have to say. Headline breaks and we start to hate again, calling them names again. We give our peace away. I hope they see it, 'cause I wanna see it. I hope we believe it. I wanna see the love all around you, all around you. I wanna know that love is all around you. It's all around you. Day by day, hope fades away, and then we know that there is pain within we cannot medicate. Learn to feel, learn to begin again. Open our eyes again to see each other's pain. I hope they see it, 'cause I wanna see it. I hope we believe it. I wanna see the love It's all around you. It's all around you. It's all around you.
I offer you this blessing by Jan Richardson. Blessed are you who bear the light in unbearable times, who testify to its endurance amid the unendurable, who bear witness to its persistence when everything seems in shadow and grief. Blessed are you, in whom the light lives, in whom the brightness blazes, your heart a chapel, an altar where in the deepest night can be seen the fire that shines forth in you, in unaccountable faith, in stubborn hope, in love that illumines every broken thing it finds. Friends, go in the peace and the light of Christ. And may the light and the love that you bring into this world, may your light bring a little peace to others. As we celebrate the birthday of Jesus, Jesus gives us his own wish list for a birthday gift, and none of it comes from a store. Jesus said, whatever we do for the least of our brothers and sisters, our most vulnerable neighbors, we do for him. When we offer gifts to those in need, it's offering those very gifts to Jesus: food for the hungry, care for the sick, drink for those who are thirsty, hospitality for strangers, compassion for those imprisoned in body or mind. First Presbyterian Church of Bend exists to serve Jesus by serving those in need in our community. We are bringing love and compassion and hope and healing where and when it is needed the most. This Christmas, so many are struggling. I ask you to consider to please give generously if you're able, so that we can be generous in love. You can make a gift online at bendfp.org, or you can use the QR code on the screen, or you could just simply mail a check to the church. Through your generous gifts, we will let those in need know that they are not alone, that God is with them, and that they are loved. Thank you so much for joining us for this Christmas service. We really hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you will join us again. Merry Christmas.